Greetings, my Israelite brothers and sisters, heirs, joint heirs, adopted, grafted, natural, spiritual, everybody. The Sabbath will be here in a few more hours. We will be doing Bible study tonight. Same time, same channel, right here. Hope to see many of you on Bible study tonight. I'm going to be talking for the car cam. This is not the subject for tonight, but I have something here that's titled Elections in the Kingdom. That's a question mark. Elections in the Kingdom. I'm just waiting for a few more people to get in. How you all doing this coming in? I hope that everybody's well. I hope everything's going good. I'm going to turn on live chats. There you go. I hope everybody is doing well that's coming in. Greetings to everyone. Soon to be happy Sabbath. It's 3 o'clock. We have about a few more hours before the Sabbath comes in. And I just thought I would get on for probably my last car cam for the week until the Sabbath comes in. And I called this Elections in the Kingdom. That's what I'm titling this. Elections in the Kingdom. It's getting politically hot, isn't it? Everybody's talking about the hot candidate from California, the good senator from California. She's not the first black female that has run for president of the United States. I remember when Shirley Chisholm did. I believe she was the first. Shirley Chisholm. How you doing, Ricky? How you doing, Tia? Hey, Ricky, by the way, I did, I haven't forgotten about you with the letters, the lesson on the fringes. I'm going to do that. In fact, I've already done it. I just got to post it. I've done it a while back ago, and so I'm going to do it. So yes, Shirley Chisholm, you're right, Ricky, back in the 70s. She ran for president. Kamala, not Kamala, Kamala Harris, the good woman from the West Coast, is running for president, as you all know. This goes on every 4 years, and it gets hot. The discussion. Now, the election is not until next year, but it gets hot, and the game playing comes. This is when the Democrats are going to do to, how you doing, Ruth? The Democrats are going to do to the Republicans what the Republicans did to Obama. So we know that's getting ready to happen. So all of this is just, it's a revolving wheel, this political climate. So somebody might say, well, why are we talking about it? It's just history repeating itself. We know that all the time there's a presidential election every 4 years. If it's the president's first term, more than likely they'll get re-elected for their second term. Always happens. People didn't think that Obama was going to be re-elected, although a lot of people did not vote for him, that voted for him the first term, did not vote at all the second term, but other people voted for him because they didn't like the Republican candidacy. How you doing, Rodney? So Yes, I'm showing some earthly and some heavenly wisdom. We're gonna get into the heavenly part in a minute. So what happened was, yo, don't forget to hit the like button. Rodney, I like when I see you come on because it reminds me to tell everybody to hit the like button. 41 didn't get reelected. Okay, are you talking about 41? 41. I'm trying to think who 41 was. Who was 41? Come on, give me the trivia. Bush. Yeah, because Bill came in and won 2 more seats. Yeah, okay, very good. So this might be another time that a Republican sitting president does not get reelected. Wow. Wow, interesting. So, long story short, you're going to see, I think personally, the way the Democrats are treating Trump, and they are treating him bad, they treating him bad, it's going to wake up a second wave of his base. And it's just going to spark more stuff. That's all. All of that to say, let's talk about the elections in the kingdom. The elections in the kingdom. So number one, those of you all that know, there will be no election in the kingdom. Because you know what the Almighty sees? Even Israel, who wanted a king to pick their own king, they couldn't do it right. You know, they couldn't do it. When Israel first wanted a king, we want to be like the other nations. They feel turned about as fair play. Let me see what you said here. Yes, absolutely. That's what they're getting ready to do. And I don't think it's for Obama, by the way. The Republicans, the Democrats ain't got that much great love for Obama. They don't. Okay? They don't. Not if you watch CNN News, when Obama was running, which is, I didn't understand the news networks. I quickly realized during the Obama campaign that Fox News is a Republican network. But I'm also learning that CNN is a Democratic. Okay? None of these people do fair reporting. None of them. And all of them are fake news. You can watch you can watch Trump say something, and yeah, these guards are entrenched DC power. Yes. Trump can say something, but the manner in which it is presented by CNN is totally different from the way Fox presents it. And if you look at anything that the Democrats do or the Republicans do or say, you can go to Fox and go to CNN and you can do a compare contrast and just laugh. I do that sometimes. I sometimes going, you know, when you've been studying the word and you just want to laugh, I get some popcorn and I go back and forth to CNN and Fox. And their stories are, don't y'all go anywhere, I got disconnected. But yeah, when you watch these guys report, they're on 2 separate ends of the spectrum. I mean, and I sit back and I laugh at their mess. I really do. I really do. Even when they report things on like Venezuela, their reporting is totally opposite. And I haven't figured out between CBS, MSNBC, and ABC. I don't know whose side they're on. Okay. There's another network called RT. RT, I understand it's a Russian network. That's what I was told. I'm doing some research on it. But they've got a major anchor over there. And the major anchor's name is Rick Sanchez. Well, Rick Sanchez came out of South Florida. He used to report for Channel 7 News here in the South Florida area. Tia says, read the Pharisees of the publicans, the Pharisees and the publicans, and look, you will see. Yes, Tia, absolutely. Your thing is going away. I can't see it. Rodney Frederick says true about RT. Biblical T says in Luke. Yeah, so how this guy is working for RT, now he's a straight Cuban. He's Cuban, okay? And you know, Russia and Cuba got very good, strong connections, just like Russia and Venezuela. They got strong connections. And so long story short, I'm looking at this stuff. I can't help but to laugh. But now let me bring this to a heavenly perspective, if I may. Yeah, they're all in bed together. They're not going to tell the truth, period. Yeah, they're not. They're not. Who's that? Israel of Faith? How you doing, Israel of Faith? Thank you. You're so much correct. They all are in bed. They're all working, you know, the political system. But what was interesting, I saw something called the John Birch Society, and they even got reelected. I mean, got elected. And what's strange enough is they showed some videos where they predicted that Trump was going to be the nominee. He was. That he was. There was going to be a thing with Russia, because they just knew that he had ties there and how the Democrats were going to work it. But the other thing was they predicted that they was going to try to stop Trump with his own party. They can't. If that didn't work, they would go after his administration and try to get somebody to flip so that they can impeach him. That ain't working. And they said if all of that didn't work, the other option would be to assassinate. Now that's sad. That's sad. I don't want to ever see that to be a black eye on our society, but this is what they're predicting. It's called the John Birch Society. Look at them on YouTube, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll post something where they did that link, and I saw it late last night. But the bottom line is, when you see this, you know, when you read the scriptures, and I want to tie this into the Bible now. What the Messiah did, I was just reading in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter. And the scripture says, 1,000 years is like a day unto the Lord, and a day unto the Lord is like 1,000 years. What the Most High did, it was he gave mankind 6 days or 6,000 years to get themselves together. And they can't do it. He's proven to man in the 6,000 years that I'm allowing you to get yourself together, I'm proving to you that you can't, there is no perfect government. America says they got the best system. Russia says that socialism is the best. Even within America domestically, no Republican values, no Democratic values, no independent values. Then you got China, who has a dictatorship. And so everybody, there is not a government on earth that is perfect, that will be perfect. And the Almighty is trying to show you, you can't create a society that's perfect for mankind. So when the Messiah returns, over in Zechariah, there's only going to be one Lord. There's no election. And it's not a party. I mean, it's not a political party. There's no political affiliation. There's no political values. There's no political, I believe in less government, which is what the Republicans believe in. No, I believe that there should be more government oversight. You know what? How you doing, Kelly? When the Most High returns in that government, there is no election. There's no election. It's a dictatorship. Trust me. When the Almighty returns, he ain't fooling with all this stuff. It will be a dictatorship. Trust me. You got a choice to either he says do or don't. But in Zechariah, he says, whoever doesn't come up from one Sabbath to the next and one feast day to the next, whatever nation don't come up, cut off. Let me tell you, that's just the way it's going to be. That's just the way it's going to be in the kingdom. In the kingdom. So everybody's trying to pick their candidate. Oh, Kamala is good. She's that. Roland Martin jumped on it, and he's upset because people that know her throughout her career, they says, are you kidding me? She was a prosecutor, and she did more stuff against the minorities than you can ever imagine. I don't know. I'm not out in California. I do like in watching her in her position now, she really drills these candidates who are being appointed by the president to be in these various roles. She really drills them. I've watched her, and right away I knew that she was an attorney, and come to find out she was. I didn't know anything about her until I saw her on some of these committees, and she was drilling, the nominee for the Attorney General for Department of Homeland Security. I said, man, this lady here is not playing with her line of questioning. And when they tried to play those little tactic games with her and not answer the question, oh man, I said, wow. She really did a good job. She really did a good job. And so picking up on that momentum, you had a couple of senators and state reps who were other ladies who said, we're going to run. And, you didn't hear too much. CNN covered their announcement. But with this lady here, they have picked their candidate. CNN has picked their nominee. They even did a CNN town hall in Iowa because traditionally whoever wins the Iowa caucus has a very successful chance in winning the presidency. So you can see they're saying this is the best candidate. Tia says, can you see my post? Let me go back and look at your post, Tia. Christ told the Pharisees and Sadducees and the publicans their systems are no good. You know what, Tia? He did. Y'all system is no good. I don't care what you put in place. It's no good. It's flawed. You may have a system, some systems where Britain has got a dual system. That's what they got. They got a monarch and they have a prime minister. And seems like the Queen and all of the players there, they don't get involved with the politics. But then they have the prime minister, and whose job is to deal with all of the other, deal domestically as well as the other countries that come underneath it. And some of those countries sit at the table during their little parliament meetings. And I've watched that, and man, it seems like everybody's mad at each other, so that's funny. But then when you look at the American system, and they're having the House and they're voting, and people are up trying to promote a bill, and all this and that. It's like, I don't know. It's like, just take the vote. They're trying to convince each other. They think that their speech is going to convince the other person, and it's not. But they give their speech because it's public record and it's an open forum. And let's hear what the good man of the South got to say, or the lady from the North got to say. And all it does is that they use it against each other when they get ready to vote. Oh, you voted against the wall. Oh, you voted for the wall. You know, it's crazy. But you know, in the kingdom of the Most High, he is going to, we know that the disciples are going to have a role because he told them that. We know that David is going to have a role. We know that the Messiah is going to be the King of Kings. So if he's the King of Kings, there's kings over regions, but the Messiah is a king of all the kings, literally in the kingdom. Tia says, I had to abbreviate this last comment because YouTube keeps pulling it. Ooh. They won't let me post my comment. Nita Watson says, I have a great verse for that. Isaiah 30, verse 7. For the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore I have cried concerning this. Their strength is to set still. Rodney says, honestly, I don't see her being in tune with the issues in our community. I don't see her being able to survive the political onslaught that's coming. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right there. And so, you know, there's just going to be a lot going on, But the blessed assurance that we have, is that we're going to be a part of a kingdom that we don't have to worry about that no more. Every 4 years, who's going to run? Nobody can run for the seat of the Most High. You can't. He's the king. He's it. And if you don't like it, if you don't come up and observe the Sabbath and the feast days, it's going to be simple. You're going to be cut off. I tell people, you better learn God's word and laws today. Because if you don't like them today, the kingdom is not going to be no place for you. Trust me, no place for you at all. If you don't like it now, you're not going to like it then. Well, I'm getting to my destination. This was a very good talk. I want to thank all of you all for coming in. Anita, Biblical T, Ruth, Rodney, Kenson, Kelly, Anita, all of y'all. I can't see Rodney, Ricky, Ruth. Thank all of you all. So shalom, happy Sabbath. I'll see you tonight for Bible study. Bible study tonight. Tune in right here on